everybody.
Hey everyone, greetings from Ohio.
On our way, we're near Dayton, Ohio right now. And just want to say hello and every day we're going to shout out a couple of names of people that have helped us out. I mean, we're driving and we're just thinking how blessed we are to have the kind of friends and supporters that you've been to us that makes doing what we're doing possible. So, as we were driving, we were thinking about different people and, so we can't say every name right now. So every day we're just going to as we speak, we're going to shout out a couple of names. So
yes. Good. So we want to thank most recently Walter and Andrea Santos, who gave us a very generous donation. They have their own ministry. Walter is the king of doo-wop, and he was recently at Celebrate Recovery Life Chapel. And he has an incredible voice and shares his testimony. It was an awesome concert. And, they do the same thing we do. And travel around the country in their trailer and rely on donations from others. And so to see somebody like that who struggles with finances just like we do.
Raising support, yeah.
Right, raising support and then investing in our ministry. It's very humbling.
Yeah, all of it is very humbling.
Tom and Jane Hassel from our church, has supported us recently.
John Chapman.
Yes. And of course Life Chapel. I mean, they took the last week we were here at church at New Jersey. We were actually preaching in a church in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. So we weren't even at church, but they played a little 2-minute video that we did for the congregation and took an offering, and that was huge. That got us up to our 50% mark.
We don't even know all the people who contributed.
No, we don't.
Right?
So if you contributed, it was a little bit different than last year where we actually got your checks if you made it out to Mike Palumbi. But this time we just got one big check from the church. So I can't thank you individually if you donated to that, because I don't know who you are. But just know that we love you.
Grateful,
we appreciate it. We appreciate the prayers of the church. And, we're real excited. This last trip that we did just now to Pittsburgh has brought a divine appointment with a former counselor of mine.
Because I never needed counseling, so.
Her name is Luann Sane, and I haven't seen her in probably, it's got to be 15 years.
Just to show you.
Maybe 13 years. And so we reunited yesterday or Friday, and I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Oh, I'm getting my doctorate in dealing with unaddressed trauma for women in prison." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And so I told her about Mike, because dealing with unaddressed trauma is like the cornerstone of what Mike's prison reform bill is, that he's going to be going to Washington, D.C. in the fall. So Mike, and she's never met Mike.
Right, everything, just not to cut you off, but just so they understand.
Yeah.
I don't see incarceration through the lens that a lot of people see it through, which is poverty, illiteracy, these different things, not having an education, a trade skill. Those are certainly significant components. But ultimately, I see incarceration through a couple of lenses. One being unaddressed trauma. The second is fatherlessness. And, and not everybody would agree with me, but I'm just saying from my experiences in life and what I've found is that to the exact degree fatherlessness increases, so does suicide, so does drug addiction, so does incarceration, and on it goes. And so this is why, I'm passionate about what I'm doing, because a trade skill or an education doesn't contend with the issues that arise as a result of fatherlessness. It doesn't contend with the issues that arise as a result of trauma in a person's life. And so to meet this woman who's getting her doctorate in the exact thing that I've been contending since I, began this platform and this, passion of ours, it's just only God could do that.
Right, exactly. And I mean, we were just talking before we started the video, but we're planning on going to Washington D.C. in October with Rural Kane, and we're thinking of bringing her along because.
Well, just because of a matter of expertise.
Yes.
In the field of trauma, she's been a trauma counselor for 20, 30 years.
Yes.
So now to put on top of that, because listen, look at me. I don't have a credential. Okay? So politicians and lawmakers, they don't like to talk to people without a credential. But I'm bringing people who got credentials just to back up what I'm saying.
Right.
So, and even Luann said, Mike, what we spend years studying in books through competency, in other words, through my experiences. So, there's more than one way to learn about trauma.
Right.
So
it's just kind of exciting to see how God is just lining up people, and your prayers are being answered, and we really, really appreciate it. So, make sure that you get our YouTube channel out there to people who you think would be interested in what we're doing. And
get people to subscribe, because eventually, the truth of the matter is, it'll become a way to raise money for our ministry.
Right.
Yeah, the way I understand it. But anyway,
so we're only about 30 minutes away from my really good friends Karen and Keith Barber. We all worked together at Africa Inland Mission back in the 80s, and I haven't seen them in a really, really long time. They've never met Mike, although they've read his book and have, I think Karen has spoken to him. So they're going to be hosting us in Ohio for a couple of days, and we're excited to see what God has in store there. So
just passing Dayton's Children's Hospital.
Yeah, big hospital.
Yeah.
All right, love you guys. Thanks for following us, and
be looking for us tomorrow. We're going to say hello and catch you up on what we're doing.
Yep.
All right. Take care. God bless.
Bye-bye.